Welcome back to my channel, guys. Here is my next update for how much my tiny house is making. You guys know, if you follow me along, I just recently closed on almost 5 acres with a couple of my students who wanted to invest in this journey with me, and we all decided that glamping was the way to go because it makes pretty good money. So I wanted to give you guys an update on my first glamp site, my tiny house. It's going to be the 4th month, I believe, of how much money we made since we opened up my first campsite for it. So as you guys know, I bought this 3-acre plot of land that also had a house on it, and the tiny house, well, the land that the tiny house sits on happened to be included into the acreage, so there is no mortgage. My mortgage is for my 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, but the tiny house was just adjoined with it, and it doesn't have any extra bills that go with it except for like electricity. So there is no mortgage for my tiny house. Also, there is no water. All of my houses run on well water, so I have no utility bill for that. So that really does cut out 2 of the biggest bills that I would actually have. Now, I do have insurance as well on it, which is actually $50, so I do need to put that in here. My insurance is actually $56. I actually should be adding that in there for all of them. So yeah, my insurance for the tiny house is $56. It's not that much money to insure on like an RV type of deal. So my cleaner came 12 times. So that means we had 12 guests stay in my home, and my cleaner makes $78.75 for cleaning such a very small print floor plan of a building. It literally takes him 30 minutes to clean. So $78 for that times 12. $945 came out for my cleaner, and as you guys know, on Airbnb, your guests pay your cleaning bill. And my electricity was more expensive this month, which is $111.74. I believe last month it was only $85, and if I'm looking down, I like to write down everything in my journals. And my Wi-Fi was $136. A couple of you guys have told me to get Starlink, and I am on the wait list for Starlink. They have not hit me up yet, so I'm on the wait list. I'm taking you guys' advice. Don't worry, but $136 for now. My lawn care, I only get it mowed once a month, which is $50. We have more rocks on the land than we do grass, so it's not really that big of a cut, but it's $50. Yeah, but I've been forgetting to add in how much I pay for insurance for my tiny house, so that's fair. So we had 12 guests and only 2 days unbooked. We actually got 1 guest from Red Awning, and they stayed for 3 nights for a total of $619.99. I have my Red Awning account. I think it's a little bit more expensive than Airbnb because people from Red Awning come from internationally. They're traveling from a different country. And it's usually like older people use it, other than, Airbnb is like kind of young. But Red Awning is like booking.com, all of those places like that. So people are going to spend more money because they're older and they're using travel agents. So there are some things that happened, you guys. I'm very transparent. Something really big happened in August. So normal stuff, complaints on the bridge first. You guys know the bridge went out in July, and that tacked on an extra 15 minutes of travel time, which made getting to Gatlinburg about 50 minutes, getting to Pigeon Forge about 48 minutes. So people were not happy about that, but I told them in advance and they were okay with it. But I still got less stars. Like, you're a 5-star rating on Airbnb. I got less stars because of the location. So hopefully now that the bridge is up, I'm filming this in November. The bridge opened in November, so we no longer get any complaints about the location. Our scores are going up, but we were getting dinged on scores for location because of that bridge that washed away in a very big storm. And then also the hot tub was cloudy or the hot tub was cold. We still get those like complaints. As of November, I have fixed up that problem. We have invested some money into that hot tub, so hopefully no more complaints with that. Now, here's the big doozy, you guys. Here's the big doozy. I gave a person a full refund of $897.25 because I had a new cleaner come in And I guess they took a shortcut, was lazy, thought that no one stayed on the bed or something. But apparently they did not clean the top bunk of my bunk bed in my tiny house. They didn't even check it out to see if anybody slept on it, touched it, or anything. Because I had a guest tell me that when she laid down in that bed, there was pee on it. And she cried. She sent me a whole long message about it and how disgusting it was. And I flipped out. I was like, what in the world? You know, we have dogs in the house, but on the top bunk, nobody puts their dogs on the top bunk. So it had to be a child. And I don't really like when adults bring their very small children to the house or to any vacation and they know that they're not potty trained. Like, you have to tell people that. You have to bring extra like protection for people's beds for that. And then they didn't say anything that their daughter was peeing in the bed. Maybe they didn't know, but still, that's really wrong. But what's even worse is that my cleaner did not get it. I had one cleaner come. It's not my cleaner that is very responsible. He was actually out of town or something. He was with his kids or something, but I had this other cleaner come in and take over for that day. And I had to fire her and deduct the money I paid for her cleaning the house out of, like, I deducted it. Like, you're not getting paid type of thing. Because that was disgusting. And I felt so bad for her. I literally cried because I thought this lady was going to give me the worst review ever because of her sleeping in pee, but she didn't. She actually left me a 5-star review because of how quickly I handled it and how I spoke to her. I was so understanding. I told her I was mortified and that I cried for her because I was actually very scared that she was gonna give me a bad review. I was so much anxiety. I was really trying to compensate her for what had happened to her. So I gave her a full refund without question. As soon as she told me what happened, full refund. Now, the reason why this refund is not going to show in my update on how much I made for the 4th month is because Airbnb takes that money out of your next month. So it shows up in my September one. So I'm going to be doing my September update for you guys as well. But the money that I show you is just already been omitted. So I don't really need to tell you again that it was taken out. I'm telling you now that they did pay me that money in August, but it's going to be taken out of September's payment. So that's why I added it into this amount right here. I fired the maid. I took back her money. I had to replace the mattress for $133, but I got full payment for the mattress from the previous guest. So I had the picture was she took the picture. And then I had the previous guest replace the mattress. They owned up to it. They were sorry. They sent me the full money. They actually sent me $150, even though the mattress cost $133 plus shipping. So they sent me $150. And the lady stayed for 4 nights. I completely refunded her for $897.25. I felt like I could be friends with her because, like, after that, we kind of like still kept talking and stuff. She told me about her job, and I, gave her a compliment on some of the things that she had told me personally. I got $619.99 from Red Awning, plus from Airbnb with 2 nights unbooked. That was a total of $4,674.43. And when you put that all together, that was $5,294.42. For how much we made in August. And when you subtract that from our expenses, we profited at $3,995.68. So August was pretty stressful because of that situation. That was the total for my 4th month on Airbnb. Stressful, but worth it. We still almost cracked 4,000. If I, didn't have insurance, we would have had over 4,000, but you gotta stay safe. Keep your property safe with insurance. So what do you guys think? Have you ever had kids peeing in your bed and adults not telling you that the kids ruined your mattress? I'm finding that I'm having more people do nasty things to my mattresses than anything else, and that's disgusting. So I've also upped my pet fee as well because of that. Because although I knew it was a kid, I don't like the fact that at my tiny house, people are leaving their dogs in there by themselves. I don't think it's, it's so small. I would be fine if it was a bigger house that they were leaving it in, but I don't feel morally correct with people leaving their dogs inside of my tiny house. So I've upped the pet fee to kind of persuade people not to book, but people still book and people still pay that pet fee. So, here are some of the prices that I was renting at. The pet fee, the more expensive pet fee is not added into here. I kind of added it later on, but I just want to let you guys know some of the future forward thinking, since I am in November and these figures are from August. So what do you guys think? Is Airbnb worth it? Are you looking into Airbnb? Make sure you check out my mentorship on tiny house, glamp sites, and land owning. If you guys want to learn about that and do what I do and I can help you through it, then go ahead and check out my mentorship, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.